Jamaica.
That is it, boy. Girl, you got perfect legs.
Oh, thank you.
We got Burn Boss Jamaica tour. Yeah.
Alright peeps, you don't know Brown Boss Jamaica tour. If you're not tuning in on that channel, you're not tuning in on no other channel. Cause you see other channel them, I just copy. Brown Boss Jamaica tour, the real channel for you tune in on. Right through 24/7 update, latest.
That is it,
Yeah, cause we not deal with last month and the month before. Latest, right on spot. Brown Boss JF. Breezy, you don't know breezy fumes. I'm out.
The government of Jamaica, through the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation, entered a US $274 million design build construction contract with China Harbor Engineering Company Limited, also known as CHEC, or the contractor, for the execution of the Montego Bay Perimeter Road project. The government has recently injected an additional US $100 million to the project because of the Long Hill bypass portion, and expanded scope has increased the overall project value to a whopping US $374 million. The executing agency of the project is the National Road Operating and Constructing Company Limited, or NROC, on behalf of the MEGJC. Welcome back to my channel, Brown Boss Jamaica Tours. Yes, my people, so I'm back at it again with another video. In this video, I'll be flying the entire route of the Long Hill bypass, which is actually one of the components of the Montego Bay Perimeter Road project. So a whole lot is in store for you today. I'll be flying at different points so I can cover this entire route, which is almost 11 kilometers long. So I'll be starting from this end that you're seeing a detour section being created right now to complete drainage work close to the Montego Bay West Village area. So I'll be flying from this end, going to Ramble Hill, and then I'll drive to Ramble Hill so I can fly over that very high terrain to get to Bogue Hill and close to the Anchovy Leg of the bypass. And then I'll drive to the original Long Hill to go up to the Anchovy Leg so I can show you that part at a lower altitude. After which I'll drive to the Cotton Tree Heights section so I could fly to the endpoint of the bypass, which is at the Montpellier section close to the Anchovy High School Fidel Castro campus. Alright guys, so you don't want to miss any part of this video. Stay tuned, a whole lot is in store for you today. Now I'll be starting the flight off at this section. As you can see, I'm along the Temple Gallery main road where they're having drainage installed. They've just created this detour section along this roadway that will take you to the entrance of the Montego Bay West Village housing development, and also running parallel to the Montego Bay bypass route. Recently, I uploaded a video that covered the entire 15 kilometers of the Montego Bay bypass, so you can definitely check out that video on my channel, or just click on the description below and you can see the direct link for that video. NROC explained that while the initial alignment of the project did impact approximately 18 structures in the community of West Village, its engineering team undertook a comprehensive design review aimed at minimizing disruption to residents. Following this realignment, only 3 houses and portions of 15 lots of land are now affected. Of the 3 impacted homes, 1 owner has already accepted NROC's acquisition offer. Valuation assessments are currently underway for the remaining 2 to ensure fair and timely compensation. In addition, NROC will construct privacy walls to preserve the privacy of nearby residents and help mitigate noise from passing vehicles. The Long Hill Bypass project is about 10.5 kilometers long and will begin at the intersection of the proposed Montego Bay Bypass and the Temple Gallery or Clarence Nelson Drive in the vicinity of the Bogue Village and Montego Bay West Village housing estates as an urban intersection with at-grade crossing. The alignment will proceed in a general southerly direction through scrubland towards Bogue Hill, crossing the Ramble Hill Road with a grade separated overpass. The grades for this section will range from approximately 2% to 8%. The Long Hill Bypass will have grade separated intersections at Wales Pond Road, Bogue Hill Drive, and Anchovy Main Road. The alignment will have a roundabout in the vicinity of Montpellier. Now my people, I'm at the Ramble Hill section right here of the Long Hill Bypass. You can see that they're working on the Ramble Hill overpass at this section as we speak. Just have a look at it. Let me know what you think about the pace at which this project is moving at based on the last update I did. Now from this hill, you have some stunning views of the Caribbean Sea and also sections of Montego Bay, the Bogue treatment plant, the quays and so on. Yes guys, and as you can see there in the distance, some houses were dismantled or completely destroyed, and you still have more to be destroyed as we go along this Long Hill Bypass. I had done a number of interviews with persons or residents who will be affected by this new bypass, and all of them wanted to remain anonymous. They declined to come on camera or for me to have their voices recorded. They were like, people can still pick up on their voices. I got mixed reactions as a number of them stated that they are still waiting on another update on the amount that they will get for compensation for relocation because they're not happy with the quote they got initially, while others are saying that they are pleased with their acquisition offer. Now, my people, let me know what you think about all of this. And there's still a lot more houses along the Long Hill bypass route that will be affected by this new roadway. Alright, as I fly up even higher to Ramble Hill and other areas, you'll see what I'm talking about, especially along the Bogue Hill area. Alright, I'm going to fly up Ramble Hill further and go up long Bogue Hill, but in order to get to that section, I'm going to have to drive to Ramble Hill and fly from this end because of the high elevation at Bogue Hill. Alright, so just enjoy the views right now of Montego Bay. I'm going to drive up this area shortly. So stay tuned, guys. Don't go anywhere.
Our hearts beat to the city streets. We began to feel the fire. We rise like tall buildings as the chemicals they take us higher. The night's young, it has just begun as she puts her hand in mine. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light, pull the stars from the sky, just two hearts running wild. Never sleep, never stop, as we shout from the top. We're gonna be two hearts running wild. Now the morning is the afternoon. We lay awake in bed. The laughs so loud as the hours pass. We're gonna do it all again. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light, pull the stars from the sky, just two hearts running wild. Never sleep, never stop, as we shout from the top. We're gonna be, we're gonna be two hearts running wild. The moonlight, summer sky, it was a bit.
Now, my people, have a look at the poor road conditions leading up to Ramble Hill. Every time I drive here, it's like the potholes get wider and deeper.
guys, so I'm up at Ramble Hill right now, giving you a footage from this end, going straight over Bogue Hill and then further on to Anchovy. So stay tuned, guys. Now my people, look at this hill right now. We're up by Ramble Hill. You see how far we're walking from? And we go straight up. Look at that truck coming down. A very, very skillful driver. From way up the hill.
According to Errol Mortley, environmental manager at the NROC, one of the things that they encountered with Long Hill was that they had to make a shift to avoid affecting the Rockland Bird Sanctuary in Leyte, and that has pushed us about 500 meters towards the east into very high terrain. That will require a lot of cuts. In fact, it's almost 70 meters of cut, and that would necessitate 4 lanes for Long Hill. As part of adjustments made to the design for the Long Hill bypass, it will now end just beyond the Dr. Fidel Castro campus of the Anchovy High School instead of in the vicinity of the gas station at Montpellier. Recognizing the long-term growth potential and current traffic characteristics, especially the presence of slow-moving trucks, the government advised the National Road Operating and Constructing Company to build it as a 4-lane dual-carriage highway from the outset and to have it fit in with the design of the Montego Bay bypass. In fact, out of the 10.5 kilometers of the Long Hill bypass, it would have about 6 kilometers of 4 passing lanes. Now my people, I've just gone over the Ramble Hill section of the Long Hill bypass, now fast approaching the Bogue Hill section. Look at this very high and unique terrain of the Bogue Hill section here of the Long Hill bypass. Let me know in the comment section below, how do you think that they'll connect these areas? You know, the area leading from Ramble Hill going to the Anchovy Leg of the Long Hill bypass. Very, very high terrain, and there's a large amount of houses in this vicinity. Yes guys, let's have a discussion below and share what you think can be done to connect both ends. I would like to know what you think. Let's have a discussion. Connecting Montego Bay to communities in the interior, Long Hill may look like just another mountain road, but drivers know better. Narrow lanes, sharp curves, steep inclines, and unpredictable weather turn every trip into a test of skill and caution. Locals often call it treacherous for a reason. Accidents here are not uncommon. One wrong move, one moment of distraction, and the consequences can be severe. I am in full support of this Long Hill bypass, as it will be a safer alternate route to take you to areas like Westmoreland, St. Elizabeth, or even Mandeville coming from Montego Bay. Trust me guys, it will be a game changer here for the parish of St. James. Alright, so stay tuned my people. I'm going to take you up to Anchovy Main Road so I can continue my drone coverage. Don't go anywhere. Thank you for staying with me up to this point, my people. So now we're at the Anchovy leg of the Long Hill bypass. You can see the Anchovy overpass right there. That would take you over the Anchovy main road. So I'm going to drive along this section right here so I can give you more footage of the Long Hill bypass, you know, picking up from where we left off at the Bogue Hill section. All right, but I'm up for a surprise right now. Just stay with me. I'll give you further details as the video progresses. There will be one toll plaza on the Montego Bay Perimeter Road, which will be located in the Irwin area. However, based on advice from the project consultant, the NROC says because the Long Hill section of the project will have 6 kilometers of 4 passing lanes, 2 additional toll booths would be required. The Montego Bay Perimeter Road project will divert traffic from now congested streets that sap commuters' energy and cut into productivity. The project has been long awaited and its completion is much anticipated. It will be the first local road to feature open road tolling, also known as free flow tolling, so there will be no need for toll booths. This modern technology allows tolls to be collected electronically, eliminating the need for vehicles to stop at toll plazas. The benefits are significant: reduced fuel consumption, shorter travel times, and less congestion at toll points. The system will mark a major milestone in Jamaica's transition towards smart infrastructure solutions, bringing the island in line with international best practices. Now my people, here is an aerial view of the massive drain pipe being installed here close to the Anchovy main road. I was advised by one of the residents here that this overpass that you're seeing right now, the entire roadway will be made to match up to the height of that overpass. So imagine guys, this entire area would be elevated to meet to the overpass. I'm going to show you from another angle so that you can see the magnitude of this elevation that's going to take place at this end. Let me know in the comment section below what you think about this move. And for the residents who live in and around this area, they were all given notice to relocate, but one of the residents shared that they're having like mixed reactions because they're not happy with the proposal that was made to them, so they're still awaiting more updates. Now my people, here is the view right now coming from a different angle so that you can see the magnitude of the elevation that will be needed at this section here to rise the road level to meet up to the Anchovy overpass. Yeah, truly amazing. I cannot wait until this is completed so that I can provide you with an update. Alright guys, so stay tuned. A whole lot to be shown. I am going to continue the flight along the Long Hill bypass through the Anchovy section going towards the Cotton Tree Heights, and then I'll drive to Cotton Tree Heights so I can fly over the rest of the bypass. Right, I'm inching closer to the endpoint of the Long Hill bypass at the Montpellier section. Alright guys, so stay tuned. You don't want to miss that part. Now my people, this is the Anchovy Square, and for the longest time the Anchovy main road was in a very deplorable condition, and to my surprise it has now been fixed. Yeah guys, I'm truly amazed at the nice roads I'm seeing here at the Anchovy main road. It's just the part that's close to the gas station that needs some fixing right now. Alright, but let me know what you think about the new roads here at Anchovy. If you have not subscribed yet to my channel, now is the time to do so. Subscribe to my channel, Brown Boss Jamaica Tours, and select all on the notification bell so that you can get all the updates as soon as I post them. Thank you my people for getting us to 9,000 subscribers. I could not have done this without you, and we are aiming to get to 10,000 soon. Alright, so subscribe right now guys, subscribe right now. Also like this video, share it so that we can get to a wider audience. So I'm continuing the flight right now at the cotton tree section here, so you can see that a number of the houses were demolished along this section. Yeah, they're under complete rubble right now, so it's going to be the same for more of the houses going into the future. So when I do like another update here guys, you'll see a number of houses completely destroyed. Alright, it's really sad, but then again we need this Long Hill bypass. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comment section below. According to the Gleaner, back on October 25th, 2024, the National Road Operating and Constructing Company says fears that the construction of the Long Hill bypass in St. James will impact the Montpellier Baptist Church and its cemetery are completely unwarranted. And I quote, "I know that a number of the properties will be impacted by the road going just behind the church," said Errol Mortley, the environmental manager at NROC, told residents. "In our designs, we emphasize that the church and its cemetery, which have historical values, ought to be avoided, and that was done." End quote. The Montpellier Baptist Church has had quite a storied history, and because it has managed to survive, residents see it as a symbol of strength and resilience. It was first opened in 1829 and was named after Reverend William Carey, the first Baptist missionary to India, and was destroyed by the Colonial Church Union after the slave revolts in 1831, after which it was rebuilt later and still standing up to this day. Now my people, it's my very first time flying beyond the overpass at the Cotton Tree Heights section, so I'm showing you a new area here on my channel. It's my first time flying here guys, so I'm pretty excited about this. It was pretty late though, and I just recharged one of the drone batteries. I'm going to have to get more batteries so I could fly for longer. Yes guys, but let me know what you think about the views right here. There are some massive houses along the way. Can you imagine? These are along the path of the Long Hill bypass. Some, or if not a lot more, would have to be removed, to allow this Long Hill bypass road to flow. But I cannot get enough of the wonderful scenery right now of St. James. Yes guys, truly amazing. Look at the views. The greenery is unmatched right here, guys. So just imagine driving along this Long Hill bypass and taking in this beautiful scenery. Trust me, guys, it's second to none.